action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight.
Ed, always a pleasure to be in the booth with you. It reminds me a lot of my backcourt teammates. Actually, they were faster, could jump higher, and could shoot better. But anyway, we got a big-time matchup tonight.
You know, Jay, if you take a couple of letters and vowels away, you can go from Cohen to Duhan, just like that. The Washington Wizards control the tap. To Wall. Porter here against Harkless. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Porter. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Harden. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Washington with the basketball. Here comes the screen. To Wall. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Otto Porter trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. LA Clippers with the basketball. Harkless to Simmons. There's the toss. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. There it is, John Wall. 2 for 2. That's what you want. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Harden. They go down low to Simmons. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Old school equals high percentage.
Wizards with the basketball. Porter here against Harkless. Takes stock of the floor. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Harden in possession. Down 3. Screen coming. Griffin to Harden. Passed it off and throws it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Porter in a matchup with Harkless. To Wall. Here's a look. There it is, John Wall. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Griffin.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Doc Rivers making some changes to his lineup. Rises for the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Washington basketball. Deep right corner. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. There it is, John Wall. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Down low to Williams. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Number 0, Kyle Kuzma.
Porter here against Harkless. To Wall. Here comes the screen. There it is, John Wall. He's been lights out so far. 5 for 5.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It's LA Clippers ball. Kyle Kuzma sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Williams into the front court. 5-point game. Harkless, knocked loose. Kyle Kuzma pins it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Beverly. Marcin Gortat sends it away. Wizards have it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Probing the defense. Williams across the timeline. They trail by 7. John Wall rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Kuzma. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Easy path to the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Williams. To Beverly. Short jumper and a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Wall. To Kyle Kuzma. Screen coming. Wall. To Porter. Add 2 points to the board. It's the Clippers with the possession now. And he'll go to the foul line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Jerome Robinson at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. First quarter's complete. Wizards have the lead. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. And he can't convert the free throw. Wall in the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. The pass taken away by the Clippers. And scores, plus the foul. You have to respect every part of his game. Blake Griffin going to the line for a chance at 3. Blake Griffin trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 68%. Wall with it up top. 2-point advantage. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Kyle Kuzma tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Griffin. To Williams. Harden to the basket, but his shot stays out. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Wizards at the controls. Wall to Smith. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Blake Griffin snatching it out of the air. And the basket good at the rim.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Williams into the front court. They're down 3. Harden. They go down low to Simmons. Slams it down.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kyle Kuzma at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. The free throw good. Caps off the 3-point play. The lead is 4. Clippers have the basketball. Lou Williams. 3 for 3 in this first half.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Gortat over to the right side. The monster stuff.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Griffin to Harkless. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Marcin Gortat trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 67%. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Williams. Griffin. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Williams across the timeline. Down 5. To Harkless. That pass stolen by the Wizards.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Ish Smith. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Harkless to Griffin. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Beal here against Harkless. To Wall. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Big pick right there.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Beal, defended by Harkless. Bradley Beal. He's 2 for 2 now.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Harkless against Porter. To Harden. To Simmons. Marcin Gortat with a piece. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. Harden. Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now 4 for 6.
We all know that's the part of Ben Simmons' game that he needs to work on in order to take his game to the next level. He has to become a respectable shooter because even if he puts his head down and gets to the rim and gets fouled, he only shoots 56% from the free throw line. By the way, DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard were better free throw shooters last year than Ben Simmons. Wow.
Simmons with it. Right now, down 7. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
John Wall goes to work. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Harkless. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards, so it'll stay with the LA Clippers. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Wizards. Ish Smith against Harden. Pass to the rim. Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
It's LA Clippers ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Porter, the pass taken away by the Clippers. To Simmons. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his fourth block of the evening.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Simmons. Deep left corner. Harden to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Blake Griffin, defended by the former Hoya. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Deep three at the buzzer.
Defensive foul to number 22.
Bradley Beal is going to get a chance at three here. For his career, 79% at the line. First one, count it. Second and three is good. 3 for 3. Nice. Long key from three-quarters court. Time expires to end the first half. The Wizards out in front.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Wizards have the lead, but not by much. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards. The Clippers are still very much in this matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Steals.
Some very aggressive defense has allowed both teams to rack up a lot of steals. Ball security will be the key in the upcoming half, especially for the weakest dribblers. You know who you are.
Player of the half.
John Wall has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Harden to Simmons. And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
The screen sets him up for two.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Griffin to Simmons. Deep left corner to Griffin. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Wall to Gortat. The pass set it all up.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Simmons to Harden. Wizards come up with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Swings it. Ish Smith looking for his man. Layup goes down. Well done.
Assist from number 22, Maurice Harkless.
It's Washington with the basketball. Wall to Beal. Bradley Beal, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Harden with the basketball. His guys down by 9. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Turns, hops, and finishes. The abuse at the rim for Blake Griffin.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Wall here against Harden. Ish Smith. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Ivica Zubac trying to cash in on the three-point play. 71% for his career. Wizards with the basketball. Beal here against Harkless. Wall. Count the bucket for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To the rim. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Ish Smith. To Wall. 3 seconds. Scott Brooks will shift gears. New personnel coming onto the floor. Jan Mahinmi able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Wizards. Ish Smith throws it up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Clippers have the basketball. Williams to Simmons. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Lou Williams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Time for a change. Substitution coming on for Scott Brooks. To Beal. Here comes the screen. Wall to Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Williams to Simmons. Knocked loose. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Simmons to Williams. Wizards come up with it. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Into the front court comes Simmons. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Wizards. Wall to Porter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Williams into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. To Simmons. Marcin Gortat swats it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. Williams. It's Beal with the rebound. To Wall. That is great vision to set it up. And And look out. Big finish at the rim. Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Williams. Marcin Gortat, huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And he finishes at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down by 15. John Wall with the block. That'll be out of bounds. Wall the last to touch it. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Wizards way out in front. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing that.
Wall, the drive, right to the basket. Kuzma here against Harkless. Ivica Zubac sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Williams across the timeline. Down a bundle. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Harkless to Griffin. Trying to cash in. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 4 out of 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Into the front court comes Wall. His guys holding the big lead. Driving right to the basket. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams. Griffin to Harden. For 3. Wizards pull down the board. Into the front court, it's Wall. His guys hold a commanding lead. Off the assist.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Williams into the front court. He'll run the offense. Harkless to Griffin. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Wall. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Griffin to Harkless. Knocked loose. Wizards come up with it. Wall. To Gortat. Beal. Yes, marching Gortat. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Beal against Harden. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Simmons into the front court. His guys down big. Griffin to Simmons. Griffin. Oh, that's how it's done.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Short jumper won't go down. To Wall. Kuzma. Here comes the screen. Wall in a matchup with Harkless. To Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
It's LA Clippers ball. To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the left side. Kyle Kuzma pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
To Wall.
Too slow. Give me the rock.
To Gortat. Cruises inside for two.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Harden guarded by Beal. Griffin. To Simmons. Harden. Griffin buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Wall. Gortat to Wall. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Harkless to Harden. Here comes the screen. LA with 4 to shoot to Harkless. Just not going down.
I missed it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Two-point shot for James Harden. James Harden. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, the Wizards are the winners as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Wizards put together a nice win here today. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense, and sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Washington Wizards. The Clippers couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game trap. Assists.
The Los Angeles Clippers struggled to find an open man all game long, and that led to a lot of iso ball and bad looks. John Wall didn't have much trouble working the defense and setting up his teammates with scoring opportunities.
Player of the game.
John Wall seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.